Welcome to Going the Extra Mile, a podcast brought to you by Newleaf Training and Development. Each edition is sure to lift your spirit and encourage you in today's working world. Enjoy.
Mission drift. Within organizational development, you'll often hear the phrase mission creep. This is when an organization broadens its focus beyond its original purpose and as a result dilutes its core offering and somewhat loses its way. I believe a simple example of this is the fast food chain McDonald's, who tried to be all things to all people and as a result mean little to most people. I mean, are we really drawn to McDonald's for a frappuccino for ourselves, a slice of apple for the kids and a burger? Conversely, In-N-Out Burger continues to be incredibly successful because they've stayed laser focused on what they do and do it exceptionally well. Burgers, fries, and shakes. So that's mission creep. What about mission drift? Well, mission drift is when an organization loses sight of who they once were. They've lost sight of their compass, their true north, and therefore seem to be wandering aimlessly with a half-hearted crew under poor leadership. I was reminded of this recently when serving a client of ours in North Carolina. They were formed about 50 years ago by a visionary volunteer who wanted to make a difference for troubled youth. He saw how young men and women could get back on the right track if given the right opportunity. He saw that by giving them work to do in the community, it gave them a sense of contribution and how it started to significantly reduce juvenile recidivism, the tendency of a convicted criminal to reoffend. Wind the clock forward 50 years, and now this organisation, in my opinion and observation, is suffering with mission drift. They seem to have lost sight of whom they once were, what they've meant to be doing, and whom they're meant to be serving. I see an organisation steeped in red tape with too many layers of management. The team doesn't seem to be cohesive, but instead departments seem to become compartments with an individualistic mindset focused on their own needs and wants. When I was there, I could feel a darkness that pervades over what obviously once was an admirable organisation. This was an organisation that was built for a noble purpose, rather like a great ship locked in the harbour, groaning to be sailed and steered by a captain of high character and high competence and managed by a well-trained crew. This organisation sadly seems shackled and restrained because of mission drift. Therein lies the natural result that I've observed within organisations that have drifted from their mission: poor leadership. This particular workplace has a nice leader, but he's not a courageous leader. It's as if he's the lion in C.S. Lewis's tale, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. He has a big heart, but no roar. He has high consideration, but low courage. My observation has been the individual employees overrule his authority and don't respect him. I sense mutiny is on the horizon. It's sad, very sad, to see a once great organisation drift from its mission. What it needs is strong and steady leadership to steer it back on course. If it continues on its trajectory, I predict it will run aground. But before it does, any good crew members will surely jump ship. I hope we can be of further service to them and that they see their need for such assistance at this crucial stage of their journey. Organisations are really just a collection of individual people grouped together to form departments. So although organisations suffer mission drift, I believe it starts at the individual level. Individuals form teams which form organisations. If the organisation loses its way, it's often because individuals have lost theirs. Leadership is the glue that bonds people together into effective teams and help keep the organisation on track and on purpose. Rather like how a family needs good parenting to be effective, an organisation needs good leadership to be effective. Rather like how good parenting can raise good children, good workplace leadership develops good employees. As time marches on, I'm continually reminded of the value of effective leadership at all levels within our society, at an individual level, a family level, in our workplaces, in our communities, and obviously at a city, county, state, and national government level.
I hope you found that short story useful, and if you did, feel free to rate, review, and share this podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we also invite you to check out our other weekly podcast, Take 5, an inspiring interview with a leader worth listening to. Bye for now.